to your point, when Steph gets going in that building, it's over. And I do believe that Golden State in total last night, the mindset was desperate, as you said, but it was also quietly, let's show the world what we can do without Draymond.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, there's a lot of distractions and noise around the series. Obviously, losing both games up there was a tough way to start, and you wanted to come home with some good, focus, and then you get that call that he's suspended, and it's a tough blow. But yesterday at practice, we had really good energy, understanding what the mission was. To understand we couldn't change anything about the decision that we knew was wrong, but that if we could come out and win tonight, it changes the momentum of the series, and it gives us an opportunity to just make it about basketball. And that was Draymond's message the whole time, was, make the right adjustments, come with the right energy, protect our home court. When he gets back on Sunday, we got to capitalize off of that and try to win and even up the series. So we did what we're supposed to do. They say, Draymond's got a history, so do we. So we know how to bounce back.
Damn, Steph just fired some live rounds right there. And if the chef can continue to light up the scoreboard just like we've seen him do so many times, man, I tell you, the Sacramento Kings are going to be in deep trouble. No Draymond, no problem. This was their battle cry as they took care of business on their home floor. And don't look now, guys, but the Golden State Warriors are ready to stage a major comeback. After dropping the first 2 games, they're on the course of a major comeback. And with this being said, let's now talk about the positive stuff that they did in Game 3 and how they can sustain this type of momentum moving forward. Anyways, one of the key takeaways from their win in Game 3 was their improvement in the rebounding department. As the popular cliche goes, the one who controls the rebound controls the game. And in Games 1 and 2, the Dubs failed to do that as they got out-rebounded by 9 in total, and another 9 when it comes to grabbing the offensive glass. Draymond briefly talked about this issue back in Game 1, and here's what he said on how they're going to solve it.
The main issue was just the offensive rebounding for the Kings that fueled their run. What did you see from that, and what adjustments do you guys have to make to limit that?
Just got to find a body and box out. What that's going to boil down to is who wants the ball more. So, keep dribble penetration in front of you to allow you to keep your shell intact and stay in a good rebounding position.
Though he didn't suit up in Game 3, Draymond's message clearly resonated with the rest of the squad as they responded by out-rebounding the Kings 59-53 with an 18-13 advantage on the offensive board. Well, speaking of which, the Dubs won't be able to pull this off without the help and effort coming from Kevon Looney. Looney transformed into a rebounding demon in Game 3. I mean, he literally snatched almost half of the Dubs' total rebounds with 20. And what's even more impressive about this was that he had 9 huge offensive rebounds out of those 20. His offensive rebounding is definitely going to be a major factor in the following games, because it gives the Dubs multiple cracks to score baskets, which is extremely crucial when they're trying to catch up or build their lead, like in this possession. See, here's Steph Curry doing his thing with less than 10 seconds left in the half. Now, when he missed the shot, Looney was there to grab the offensive glass. And if you give Steph the same look at the same spot, history already tells us that there's no chance that he'll miss the second time around. From just being up by 9 points, that Steph 3 has pushed their lead to double digits entering halftime. And this wouldn't even be possible without the effort of Looney in grabbing that rebound. Anyways, here's Looney talking about his approach in securing the glass back in their Game 3 win.
20 rebounds for you tonight. Grabbing boards has been an issue for you guys so far through the season. What was your mindset heading in, again, without Draymond helping you out there?
Just go out there, be aggressive, be physical. Go every time on the offensive rebound and defensive rebound. Last few games I got a lot of fouls early. I wanted to stay out of foul trouble so I could stay aggressive on the boards. I think I did a good job of that.
Well, aside from stepping up their game on the rebounding side, the Dubs' young guns like Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody also showed up to fill in for the absence of Draymond. See, back in Game 1, Kuminga only had 8 points in 9 minutes of play, with Moody sitting out throughout the game. Then, in Game 2, both of them only produced 4 points, combined under 12 minutes of play. However, in Game 3, JK and Moody played really well in 28 minutes as they tallied 19 points combined, while shooting 7 of 14 from the field and grabbing 5 rebounds. Among these two, Moody was the one who had a breakout game as he played his best playoff game since he donned the Dubs uniform by scoring 13 points on 4 of 7 shooting. As we're all aware, Moody has been in and out of the Dubs' regular rotation this season, but with his strong performance in Game 3, I think he might have earned himself a bigger role in the series moving forward since he can play on both ends of the floor. See, despite playing limited minutes all season long, Moody came out ballin' in Game 3 and was locked and loaded on the offensive end. I mean, here's JaMychal Green giving Moody a handoff, and with just a little jab step, Moody confidently splashes this one through with Lyles all over him. Now, recognizing that they're undermanned down low, Moody had the instinct to help out against Sabonis, and he used his quick hands to knock the ball out of his hands to force a turnover. With their aging core piling up a ton of playoff mileage on their tired legs, it's now up to the young guns like JK, Moody, and Lamb to do their fair share by injecting energy and hustle whenever they see court action. And even if they don't score that much, the little things that they do, like hustling for loose balls, grabbing a couple of rebounds, or making timely baskets, will definitely help the team to win ball games if you add these all up. Anyways, the last thing that the Dubs have to do in order to pull the biggest comeback in their playoff history is to contain the bench scoring of the Kings. Well, we all know that the Kings' offense runs through Fox and Sabonis, and I totally understand if the Dubs are unable to stop these two. However, there's a chance that they can neutralize the rest of the guys, especially the ones who come off the bench. See, back in Game 1, the Kings had 55 bench points, which was powered by Malik Monk's 32-point outburst. Then, in Game 2, Mitchell and Monk combined for 32 points to lead the Sacramento bench in scoring, and as expected, the Dubs lost on both games. Anyways, in Game 3 though, this wasn't the case, cause the Dubs allowed the bench guys to only score 20 points in total, and the big thing here was that they even held down Malik Monk to just 4 points, and to me, that was one of the reasons why the Dubs were able to secure a win. Now, speaking of that, the Dubs just turned it up defensively against Monk, and they made it a point that they're not going to give him an easy look at the basket throughout 48 minutes. I mean, here's how they locked him up. Whenever he attacks the rim, the Dubs make sure that there's always someone who's going to be in front of him, and in this play, JaMychal Green did a good job by keeping his hands up to force a wild shot. Now, in this possession, look at how the Dubs remained disciplined in guarding him through ball screens. See, when Kuminga got caught in the pick, Looney quickly stepped up to close the gap, and as you can see, Monk had no choice but to kick the ball out and reset their offense. Again, whenever Monk has the ball, 2 to 3 Warriors players will always gang up on him, and in this sequence, the Dubs team defense just gobbled him up as he got nowhere to go. See, these are just some of the things that the Dubs need to do in order to pull a comeback. And with Draymond back in the lineup after serving a 1-game suspension, there's no doubt that they can win the next couple of games, especially now that the momentum already swings on their side.